There is a new game time promo in NBA Live Mobile. You have a 101 overall Steph Curry who is giving out the GOAT boost to team, and then you also have a 101 overall Anthony Davis giving out that lockdown defender boost to team. Both of these guys are playstyle select. So in the first part of the video, I will run through exactly how you can get the tokens and the best way of doing so to get the Grandmasters. And in the second part, I will be going ahead and running through all the calculations when it comes to how many points you will need, tokens, events played, and of course that all important NBA cash. So let's take a look at the promo itself. If you go into limited time events, you press on game time, you should get a screen that appears like this. You have a top section and a bottom section. In the top section, you have those different divisions, all the way from the Atlantic division on the east to the Southwest division on the western side. Each one of the nodes has 3 events to play through, and make sure you're paying really close attention to this. Each event does not cost stamina to play through. Instead, it's going to cost you 20 NBA cash to go ahead and play through. However, each one will give you 200 of the division points, and they are all on a 24-hour reset. So because you've got 6 divisions to go ahead and play through, 3 events on each node, that is 18 events to play through every single day. And of course, each one is costing 20 NBA cash. However, they are also giving you those points and of course monthly master emblems. Each one's going to give you 20 emblems per event, so you can't simply just be trading your NBA cash for emblems. If you say weren't going for the Grandmaster or anything like that with the promo, it might be an extra way of getting those emblems. Once you've got those division points, you will then spend them on the events running along the bottom, and you can see they correspond to different matchup. The first one is going to unlock on May the 16th, so that is unlocked at the moment between the Bulls and the Washington Wizards. Then you got May 20th, which is going to have the New Orleans Pelicans and the Charlotte Hornets. May 24th will have a new set of events, and then the May 28th one will also come with 2 new events. You can see the very first ones do give you a very good indication as to the rest of the events to play through. They do not reset at all throughout the promo. So once you play through one of these events, that is it. You cannot play them again. Each one will cost you 4,600 of those division points, which you are of course getting from those events running along the top. So you save them up till you get to 4,600, and then you spend them on these events. It doesn't matter which ones you actually go ahead and play through. They should all give you the same amount of highlight tokens, which is this time around going to be 15 per event. You can see that is the case for the first event. It is the case for the second event over there, giving you 15 tokens. And in total, running along the bottom, you have 4 sets of events, 2 events within those sets. So that means there are 8 events to go ahead and play through throughout the entirety of the promo. Now, I'm recording this a couple days after the promo was released, but you have over 2 weeks to go ahead in total to get yourself the Grandmaster for the promo. So that is the basics when it comes to the promo map itself. If you look at the sets, this is where you're then using those highlight tokens, which you're getting from those bottom events, to then go ahead and get yourself some of the masters. For Steph Curry, you need to go ahead and actually upgrade him bit by bit by kicking things off with this first set, where you need 10 of those highlight tokens and then any 15 74 plus overall players. You can see I can put in past season players such as this season 4 Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then you can also put in some season 8 players if you have them lying around. So you can see this Joel Embiid from this season can also be put into the set. It's entirely up to you which 74 plus overall players you actually put into this set, but you just need 15 of them. You can pick them up on the auction house or through doing some trade up sets if you don't actually have them, and those 10 highlight tokens will get you an 89 overall Steph Curry. Then what you need to do is put him into the next set, plus the 20 highlight tokens and 12 of those 77 plus overall players. Again, you can use past season players if you really need to, and this will upgrade the Curry bit by bit as you go up to 93 overall. Now, of course, if you've got Steph Curry and you put him on any lineup, including multi-year lineups, then he won't be able to be put into any of the sets. So say I include him on this lineup over here, my season 8 one, and then I go ahead and I put him into this multi-year lineup as well, I can then not be able to use him in any of the sets. I will need to take him out of my lineup, including those multi-year ones, before I can actually use him in the sets. But once you've got him up to 93, you will then put him into the next exchange set, where you need 30 of the highlight tokens, slightly less players, but it does ramp up in overall to 80 overall to get a 95 Steph. With that 95, you then upgrade him to 99, which is going to require 40 of those highlight tokens. So again, going up bit by bit. This time the Steph has a GOAT boost on him, but it is only 2 position. And here's where you can either go down the Steph Curry route or the Anthony Davis route. Both are going to require the exact same things, where you need that 99 Steph, 60 highlight tokens, and 10 90 plus overall players. That will get you a playstyle select Steph Curry, or a playstyle select Anthony Davis, depending on which player you actually want to get. Of course, both of those sets exactly the same with what is needed to be able to get out of it. And of course, both of those Grandmasters are playstyle select with a gold team boost on them. So drop in the comment section down below which one of the two are you actually thinking of getting. But in the store, there isn't a huge amount which you can do, and all of the stuff is pretty much pay to win. You're spending money to get yourself some more highlight tokens. So you can see it goes from an offer to get 10 highlight tokens. You can purchase 3 of them if you want. Obviously, the currency will be dependent on where you are in the world. There's also 20 over here. You can buy 3 of those. You can buy 2 of these 50 packs and then 1 of these 100 packs. Again, the prices increase from the lower tokens all the way up to the higher tokens. It's entirely up to you whether you want to spend money on this promo, as it is your real life money to spend. But when it comes to the calculations themselves, we have to start things off with how many tokens it's actually going to need to go from the base Steph Curry all the way up to that 101 Steph or Anthony Davis. So to go all the way and get yourself that 101 overall Grandmaster, you need 10 over there, 20 highlight tokens on the second set, 30 on the third set. Then you're going to need another 40 tokens on the fourth set. And then finally, you need another 60 tokens for either Grandmaster set. So in total, that is 160 highlight tokens you are going to need. And then if you go back to the events themselves, because of course, that's the only way you're getting those highlight tokens without spending actual money. Each event is going to give you 15 of those highlight tokens. So you actually need to play 11 events to actually go ahead and get the Grandmaster, which is simply impossible because there aren't 11 events running along the bottom. In total, there are only 8. So that means you cannot get the Grandmaster from starting from scratch. So now, for example, let's say you already have that 89 overall version of Steph, say from getting him from a monthly master pack, a pro pack, a prime pack, or even through using those core trade up sets, where you would have to do this exchange right over here and get really lucky and get yourself that Steph Curry. There's no guarantee you get him at all. You would just have to try your luck with the trade up sets, or of course monthly master, prime pack, pro pack, etc. to try and get that 89 Steph. Let's say you got him. That would decrease the amount of tokens required to now 150. However, that does mean you need to play 10 events running along the bottom. And as I mentioned earlier, there are only 8 events which you can actually go ahead and play through, because none of them are repeatable. They're all going to give you those 15 highlight tokens. So you can't do it that way. The third possibility is you get a 93 overall Steph Curry, meaning you bypass the first 2 sets. Again, you're getting that 93 Steph either from the core trade up sets, monthly master, pro pack, or those prime packs. This is the trade up set you will need to do. And again, it is all down to luck whether you get that 93 Steph Curry. That will mean you need to get yourself 130 of those highlight tokens. But unfortunately, again, that means you need to play through 9 of the events running along the bottom, which is simply impossible because there are only 8 to play through. So the last option available is getting a 95 overall Steph Curry, so that you can then bypass all of the first row of sets and go straight onto this one to get a 99 overall Steph. That means you need 100 highlight tokens. Again, that is getting Steph either from those packs that I mentioned earlier, or of course the core trade up sets. The only reason this is the last real possibility is because of course that trade up set is going to be very useful. This one over here, where you exchange 2 94s, get yourself 3 elite trade up tokens, and then it's all down to chance whether you get that 95 Steph or not from these packs, and of course the other packs that I mentioned, monthly master, pro pack, prime pack, etc. That means you only need 100 of the highlight tokens in total to go all the way and get yourself a Grandmaster Steph or Anthony Davis. And that does mean you only need to play through 7 of the 8 events running along the bottom, which makes it at least possible to get yourself the Grandmaster. So that is in total 32,200 points you're going to need, which means you need to play through 161 events running along the tops, and each event costs 20 NBA cash to play through. So that is 3,220 NBA cash to go ahead and get you that Stephen Curry or Anthony Davis at 101 overall. But for that to even be possible, you need to pull that 95 overall Steph, which again is all down to luck whether you actually go ahead and do that. Of course, I can open up a couple of monthly master packs. I probably won't get lucky enough to get that Steph Curry. I know in the past some people have got lucky enough and managed to pull some of the game time players to help them out and get through the promo. That's only why I'm saying this is a possibility. However, you would kind of be playing through some of those events, wasting 3,220 NBA cash to potentially not even get anywhere near getting that Steph Curry, because it is all down to luck whether you pull him from any of the packs. Of course, if you did spend money on the game and you bought any of the offers, giving yourself some extra highlight tokens, then it would definitely be possible in order to get Steph or that Anthony Davis. But because of the highlight tokens required to go all the way and get him at 101 overall, it's going to be a lot of NBA cash and a lot of luck in terms of getting the 95 Steph. And the 3,220 NBA cash is the exact same amount you need to go from having no Steph Curry from the game time all the way to a 99 overall Steph Curry. So that does leave the possibility of you getting yourself a 99 Steph, regardless of whether you pull a 95 Steph or not from any of the other packs. So that might be a way of going about doing this event and aiming for Steph at 99 overall. But by doing so, you'd want to save up all of your highlight tokens, wait until you potentially get lucky enough and get yourself a 95 Steph Curry, and then you'd be able to go ahead and use all the tokens to get him up to 101 or get that Anthony Davis. But again, it's all down to luck whether you actually do it, and it is a lot of NBA cash which you will have to use, especially if you are free to play. So it's entirely up to you what you do with this promo. Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts and opinions are, whether you're going to go for that Steph or Anthony Davis at 101 overall, or maybe you're going to try and get that 99 Steph, or potentially just leave the promo entirely. But I did also manage to complete the conference semi-finals promo, and I did a full lineup gameplay with all of the 99 overall masters we could put into one single lineup. I played a seasons game and it was absolutely mental with the things that we were doing. So if you want to go check out that video to find out what I mean by that, it should be popping up in the bottom left hand corner, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.